Hello and welcome back to the second video of our evaluation series, and we'll go ahead and proceed with the evaluation agents, which will serve as our DNS and the DHCP servers in this lab or test environment as I kind of power this up here. Same as the executive appliance, since they all use the same image. When they're loaded, they'll have the 8 gig, the 8 memory, and also the 4 interfaces. And on first boot, you'll be presented again with that configuration menu, and we'll select effectively the defaults, because the default install for the application on or the OS on the system is to install the agent. If you did nothing else or any other selection, it would install just DNS DHCP, or if it was using an appliance that you try to install an executive, and it won't even give you the option if it doesn't meet the requirements. So here, Sapphire, we're going to just select, keep agent as this option. 16032 is the default. Everything here is the same. I'm going to change the name here, and we're going to call this agent 1. We then have our address, 10.10.0.3. Yes. And we're going to keep the gateway. It looks good still. The DNS servers, I'm going to try my other real server here. And my real NTP. Here on the agent, we specify the IPControl executive of the primary executive initially. So I'm going to go ahead and put 10.0.0.2 or 10.0.2. It only allows for the initial setup of the executive, but we do have a DR executive or backup executive setting that in the application menu we would set up additionally. And then our time zone, I'm going to keep everything in my local area here. And very similar, like the other systems, we'll keep the app admin the same. These appliances also can serve as a file administrator, as a place to stage files or to copy files in your infrastructure using SFTP and other protocols. So we're going to leave everything here file admin as well, just because it's enabled there. And then we're going to go ahead and start the service. Really what this thing is going to do at this point is set the IP addresses, go ahead and lay out the operating system, create the IPControl directory structure, and then it's going to effectively reboot when it's done and connect to the appliance or to the manager so that it registers with the executive. So one note back to the executive in the licensing is to ensure that you have enough virtual DNS or virtual appliance licenses as part of your executive key. It does extract one of those key licenses for every virtual that connects back to the executive, and if it does not have sufficient licenses, it's going to present us with that license key screen again where we need to present a new key. So to present or prevent from having those issues, go ahead and ensure that you have that before we go ahead and connect to the executive in your key. And we'll be back when this restarts. And one note about the different versions of DHCP that are installed by default are the ISC DHCP and the Kia, and then we also include in this version the QDHCP, which is a new server to us for this platform. Okay, and now that's rebooting. That system should be complete. I'm going to go ahead and just start up the other virtual appliance that I'm working with here and get that agent kicked off and started. But once the other agent's up and running, really there's not much that we need to do at this point before we do the initial setup in IPControl, where we're actually going to go in and define the type of agent, but more critically we're going to define for DHCP the vendor and the type of server that's going to be deployed in that environment. So on this system here, we should be all done. Let's just log in to this. We'll log in as INC admin initially, since this is set up. I do want to check my time services. Actually, I can't do that in the shell here. Let's log in as app admin. And that password is the same. And that should bring us into the menu and the configuration. And really what I want to just check here initially, because none of the services are configured or fully operational. You'll see some messages here that the services are down or up. But what I do want to set is a time, make sure that that is configured, because anything DNS, DHCP related is going to be very, very time sensitive, and here we have it set to excellent. So we're good. I'm going to go ahead and end this video here, and then I'm going to finish up the other agent, and then I'll start the last configuration, which will be the CAA, which will have a few additional steps required that we go through and do some database work and some other checks. So come back for the next video. I'm going to go ahead and finish this second agent up, and we'll then have some other following videos to go through the configurations. Thanks again, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.